Hey friend, I don't I tried to get my kids to help me, but you see this walk right here? This is when I started to get irritated because I'm telling him, go, I found some poop down there from when the dogs got out. I wanted him to go get the pooper scooper to clean it up. They were I would say the little one was helping pick up the sticks. That's what they were supposed to be doing out there, picking up the sticks. But this right here, that sent me over the edge. I had told this boy to hurry up and go do something, and he did that move.
All right.
The help, I was done.
Day 2 of trying to get these children to help me. Gonna be a good day?
Yeah.
All right. For someone who didn't want to be recorded. Come on, let's go. Go open up the gate for Zay Zay.
You're right, I don't want
Chris, go open up the gate for Zay Zay. While I'm going around with my grandpa weeder, Zay's gonna mow. I'm gonna mulch all the grass, but I'm gonna have Chris blowing like any clumps of grass away so it don't kill the grass. But I told Zay I don't care anything about lines back here. I just want everything mowed.
pretty big roots.
Yeah, I hope they do so they can get nice and big. What do you think about the garden so far?
Good, but you should move this over there.
Friend, guess what? It is May 3rd and it's time to plant some seeds. I actually have on clothes today because I am recording this on a weekend after my son, the youngest, his karate class. And I said, I'm just going to keep on what I got on. It's kind of chilly. If I need to change it to a hoodie, I will. The plan for today is to get my cool weather plants into some dirt. Plants that are acclimated, plants that are ready. Yesterday, I did go through and top off all my planters that I have, set up some trellises, put together my last raised garden bed. I got a circular one, so I got to get that ready. But I got some stuff, so I got some seeds, so let's get going. We're gonna go to my shade house. I put out my trays days ago, but the night, like last night, it got down to like 45 degrees, and I said, you know what? They need to get hardy. It's survival of the fittest. I have not gone down there to check to see if anything died. We'll see, but I put almost everything I have out there except for what I have in my actual seed starter kits. Tomatoes, they're out there. My broccoli, my cabbage, my collard greens, some snapdragons, some hibiscus. They out there. So first, let's see if they made it. They're sitting in water because it's been raining all stupid. But this didn't have anything in it, so it's okay. But they look okay. Tomatoes, surprisingly, are okay. I think this is cabbage. I messed up on some of my labeling. I think that's snapdragons. This is hibiscus. Oh, it's soaked. I think this is cabbage. I'm not sure. Broccoli, carrots. I don't remember. Doesn't have a label. That really sucks. Oh. Some more tomato plants down here. What was this? Sage. Sage doesn't look too happy. And this, I found out this is basically an aggressive weed. So I'm going to dump that out. Then my friend gave me some, I think he said those are radishes. And this is, I think he said kinky curly spinach, I think he said. And those. Those are definitely going in the dirt today. All right, as far as what I did yesterday, I got some twine to wrap around my peas. Bring her in a little bit closer. This was my original one that I grew in the house, Growing Happy. These are one of the seeds I dropped down. It's starting to sprout. And then the one I originally planted on this side is basically dead. But this stalk feels good still, so I'm going to leave it in there and see if it comes back. But this is from one of the seeds I dropped down. And I don't really see any growth for anywhere else. I will address the cedar that I have in here. It's my understanding that that cedar puts too much nitrogen in the soil as it's breaking down. I should have got pine. You know, sometimes I just be doing stuff to do stuff. I didn't put a lot of cedar in these pots. I just put enough just to put a thin layer, so hopefully it won't mess up the nitrogen levels in my soil. But if I do see that my plants are struggling, then I'll just pull up all that cedar and put something down. As far as the watermelon, I did this trellis, and what it is from my community garden. It's one of my doors, and I just propped it up on some T-posts. So I planted some watermelon along this way, which is going to trail up, and then I put two that I found in the ground right there, and it's going to use this is a masonry ladder. This masonry ladder is going to climb off of that. So hopefully I have enough trellising for the watermelon. Raspberry plant, I did start separating it. So can you see it? Yeah, I did start separating it up here, but I still need to get that because I'm going to try to, that's going to restrict it. So what I'm going to do before I continue talking, I'm going to separate that right now. Lord, help me not to cut this plant because it's growing so beautifully. Okay, there's one. There's two. I gotta be careful because raspberry bushes have little tiny thorny thorns. All right. You're free, baby. I believe this grape plant is dead. I don't think it's like, well, there was some green there. But not a lot. These aren't the scissors for this. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? I don't know. I don't think it's here with us. I don't see any signs, but it's not hurting anything staying there. I'll leave it there for now. I started putting down the mulch. I just haven't felt like pushing it around yet. All right. The original blueberry bush is coming to life. And the new one starting to lose its flowers, which means berries should be showing soon. I'm going to get that covered as well. And now the pot that I'm going to deal with right now. This is already growing broccoli. I don't want them growing too close together. That one's fine. This one's fine. But this one is too close. You don't move him. A snail? Right. I feel like I only want 3 there. So we're gonna leave that as
And
is.
in this pot, right here, I'm going to plant, let me see, lettuce if I have some. So let me double check the house. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna plant these. I am only 80% positive that these are Georgia collard greens. Only 80%. I'm gonna label them as such until they prove otherwise. Put some bone meal in there. And they're a little leggy, so I'm gonna bury them a little deeper. And then in this pot, and in the other one, if you remember my bag of onions, I'm gonna put, let's see, I'm gonna put some of these onions in there. And they're just mixed onions. I think I have all 3, red, yellow, and white. And I'm gonna put some garlic cloves in there with it too. Around this time, this bed is gonna get a lot of shade. This garlic is already trying to sprout. And I'm not being picky where I'm putting stuff, unfortunately. Something about this, even though it grew, this pot over there, that soil is awfully sandy. I don't know what his tea is. But the broccoli that popped up there, those are from seeds, and they were happy enough to pop up. So we'll see. Now, off in here, right there, we have a little pot. I'm actually going to put some marigolds there. I have some that popped up already, and they're out in my little tent. So I'm going to, it was only one, but I'm going to put it there for right now and probably drop some seeds in there with it. I lied. I'm actually going to put snapdragons in that pot. That's a 13-inch pot. I could put 3 to 5 in there. And I got one, because this soil is so damp. I know they want to get out of there. I'm going to put all of these in there. I want to look you in your eyes when I say that I am going to try my best at keeping seeds going so I can rotate out plants. I forgot what they call it. Brain gone. I'll put it on the screen. But as I'm planting the containers that I'm taking these plants from, I'm going to drop more seeds in, whether it's peas or whatever. I'm going to try to keep that going. Try. Can't promise, but I'm going to try. I'm going to take the entire handful. Plop it right in there. Next up, and right now I'm trying to do mostly all my cool weather. I put beans in here. I'm not seeing anything. I covered them up. Did I get got?
Dude, why am I not seeing my beans I put in here? Are you kidding me? Oh, here it is. Oh, it was trying. No, it don't look like it was trying. I don't know. I put some bush beans in there. I'm gonna drop some more in there and see what it do. But anyway, in this pot, I did turn the soil yesterday. It dried out. This pot, well, I guess I had some tomatoes. I'm gonna put my 2 other collard greens. In the middle, I'm gonna put marigold seeds for my sister. And the marigolds that I have put with my garlic tower, I still see nothing. There's that. Then companion planting, because I'm trying to keep the pest away. Onions. And my labels. These are Georgia, if I can spell, collards, yellow onions. Then I'll know. I'll put marigolds. So if something doesn't pop up, I'll know. This one, cabbage. Oh, wood chips in here. I don't remember doing that. And I don't remember what was in this pot last year. But whatever it was, had a lot of roots. I'm definitely putting 3 cabbages in here. Or should I only put 2? Let me see something. How many cabbage per 18-inch pot? All right, so yeah, only doing 2 because it says it should only, because I believe this is 18 inches. It might be 22 because I feel like it's just as wide as this. But it's 1 cabbage per 18-inch pot to let the heads get big. And I'm not worried about the heads being huge at all. Like the rock. I just want a head. Ooh, that sounds nasty. But I just want for it to develop a head, and really only me and Boo eat cabbage. If I ever have any extra, I do give it to family members, but per pot, I have plenty of pots and plenty of growing areas, so we're just gonna do 2. And I'm gonna do garlic. I'm not gonna do a marigold in this one. This soil looks like it don't look like I was messing with the soil yesterday, getting it ready for today. I think I'm not a fan of the soil in this pot. Let me get some compost. I think I want to plant broccoli here. There's a lot of broccoli in here. Um, this was already outside. This came from my friend. I don't really need all this broccoli, so we get this in the dirt. Sure about how this is gonna, well, that's broken now. I know that ain't gonna do nothing. You gotta be so delicate with these little babies. Oh my gosh. I know, little babies, you are all tied up with each other. I might put these um in the raised garden bed. I'm gonna plant this just to see if it takes. This one, garlic and the onion. So this is where my lemongrass was in soil, so compacted. You see I'm using my hands. I have gloves, I have spades, I have all kind of things. I even have a piece for my drill that'll help loosen up the soil. I use any of them, I have no problem just sticking my hand right in there as long as it's not a bunch of bugs. But in this pot, because I didn't really have a lot of collards that popped up, this pot, I'm going to put the Georgia collard green seeds here. You know what? I'm telling the story. What I'm really going to plant here, lettuce. Because I don't believe, and it could be my error because I didn't label anything, or I didn't label everything properly. But I don't believe none of my lettuce seeds popped up. Unless what some of the things I'm planting, I'm thinking it's one thing, it's another. But none of my lettuce, because I got too lazy. The lettuce that I bought from the grocery store, I got too lazy in keeping up with the watering. I'm just gonna plant these. And I know how these grow. And I am confident in planting 4 in here, to be honest with you. They grow straight up. I'm gonna do a little bit more just in case the seeds don't germinate. And we'll see what happens. And so in the meantime, I'm not gonna plant anything else in here with it because I want to see if those seeds do germinate. I'm gonna plant some more beans in here and see what happens. I like putting that cage on top of things like this because they will definitely, they being the squirrels, the birds, it's like they know when let's see, when there's a bigger seed in there or something. All right, let me switch this up because I'm sure you're probably sick of looking at dirt in my hands. I'm not good at my angles. Maybe one day I'll get it. Maybe one day. Ooh, these are not happy. I'm gonna have to water post haste. All right, so this is not a good angle. All right, so this is my. That's still because you can't see the top of my nose. Well, it's gonna have to be. This is the stock take that me and my friend moved over I got it topped off with soil and compost. I had got a long fence. I'll put a picture of it from Menards. I did not really know the measurements. I wasn't paying attention to the measurements, and I was hoping that it would like be like a candle panel where I can make a trellis because I still need to find trellising for the loofah I'm going to plant, which I have 3 seeds that are germinated. I'm not planting all 3 seeds because I see how prolific of a grower they could be. I still have sweet potatoes and uh and what else? And I think that's it because I have a pole for my pole beans. Now I didn't want to put anything here where I know the squirrels were just going to eat it, so that would kind of uh, that eliminated putting watermelon here. I know sweet potato vines can be extremely prolific. The one thing I was thinking about with the sweet potato planting that here is digging through here trying to find all the sweet potatoes. I don't think, I don't know, I'm just trying to picture myself in the future and is digging in here what I want to do, and I don't think it is. Now, the way I have this trellis going, I have it going over the top, and I'll do a video showing, but over the top of my shade tent. So this side will be shaded out even more once whatever I grow that's going to trellis up it starts to grow. I couldn't really get behind it and tie it backside down, but that's where I landed on, and I don't have to dig. So the loofah's gonna grow up over here, and it's gonna really almost have optimal sun all the time. I know they like the heat, and I don't really have the growing season that I need to have for loofah, but I want to try with loofah to see if I can get it done. So that's what's going to grow here. And as you know, loofah climbs up and then loofah grows on the vine. So that leaves me with this front part of the pot. And I think what I'm going to grow here will be carrots. I might put a cabbage plant. I'm just going to put like a hodgepodge of things I feel in this planter. I think these are all carrots. I'm not sure about this, but I think these are carrots. Should be told this could be gooseberries. But I would have labeled it. I would have labeled it, right? Would I have labeled it? I don't know. But these are the carrots. And I'm going to try to see if I can separate them. And then whatever space is left over in that little section, I'm going to put carrots. I'm going to put seeds down. Carrots really don't like to be transplanted. So I said, what the heck? And they're all tangled up in each other. I'm just going to turn them over. Because me trying to be delicate, I'm not delicate at all. Matter of fact, I should dampen the soil now. Bad idea. I should have just direct sold them. Yeah, I'm not a fan of starting carrots beforehand. I'm just going to put the rest down as seeds. And I'm going to try not to clump them up all together like I did last year. One of the things I'm excited about, I did put some of these seeds out front. My nasturtium, my pest control. I'm going to put them like right here in this corner because I kind of want them to overflow. All right, so this is I believe it was a 6-foot pole, wooden pole I got from Menards. I got one. This is my first time trying pole beans. I did have bush beans last year, but I was terrible at harvesting them. I'm gonna plant asparagus bean. They're red beans. It says that they're a climate Asian tropical annual. We'll see. But they need 6+ hours of full sun, which in this pot, it'll definitely get. Like it's what, maybe 2 o'clock? And it's been getting sun here ever since maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's going to get full sun. Now on here, it says to sow and average the soil in full sun after dangerous frost in spring. Sow seeds about 3 inches apart along a fence or trellis netting. Or set poles, which I have one, in the ground, but mine's in the pot, 2 to 3 feet apart, and plant 6 to 8 seeds around each pole. Cover with 1 inch of fine soil. Seedlings emerge after 7 to 14 days. So since I only have one pole, I'm going to do just 6 to 8 seeds, like it says, going around the pole. And this, let's see, you can see, this is what they look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, depending upon how this grows, I don't know if I'm going to be able to put tomatoes behind here. We'll see. If it's super prolific of a grower, maybe I'll just plant flowers in these 2 pots and figure out what else I could do with my tomatoes. I'm trying to get the cabbage and the broccoli and the collard greens in right now because they are cool weather crops. So I'm hoping when it's time for my peppers and tomatoes to go in, these will be done and I can rotate them out. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping that starting them early is going to help me do this succession planting where I'll always have something sprouted, seeded, ready to go. I'm trying. What I'm going to do now is, especially because some of my plants are like, we're thirsty, you just repotted us, I'm going to water in a lot of these seeds and transplanted plants. And I think that's where I'm going to end this video. So thank you for watching, my friends. Until next time. Bye.